The film that you see is considered by many experts to be the closest illustration of the effects of a hallucinogenic.
It was here that the first halting steps toward mind control began.
What's wrong with this? Nothing, really. But it does limit your perception a bit.
So, Drag, I'm going to let you choose where we move to next. We have so many things.
You know what I'm going to go to. But I feel like you guys are trying to save him, though. I don't want to go directly to him.
Who?
So I love me some Vigilant Christian Mario.
We can go to him next.
Yeah, we're not trying to save him at all in any way.
He can't even save himself. So, Drag did a video on him yesterday that was pretty extensive. You guys should go check out on his channel. What conclusion did you come to at the end of that video, Drag?
I came to the conclusion that I'm not doing the right things in life. I need to pretend to be Christian, get a sexually transmitted disease, and acquire $500,000, infect people with said disease, and blow all of that money on hookers and coke, and then cry about it in 3 separate videos.
Dude, sex, drugs, rock and roll, and Jesus.
I said in my video, there's one C word that he should love in life, and that's Christ. But there's 2 C words that rule his life: cock and coke. That's it.
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Again, let's all pause to reflect on the iceberg phenomenon that we've discussed in the past. So he's coming out with I blew $500,000 on
and
coke,
half the godly bros too,
on coke and hookers. And then after the extensive part of the third confession video, he has yet to say, I will make financial restitution for said $500,000. Oh, and I had homosexual fantasies.
And homosexual sex and intercourse. Probably. Allegedly. Somebody is alleging that, whoever it is.
Iceberg.
Not
Iceberg.
Me. Yeah, so what is this? Mario's fourth goodbye, I'm going to rehab video?
I think this is the third one. I want to say it's the third. Yeah, because it was April 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. No, April 2nd was the second one. I want to say April 11th, and I have to look at the video again. I think April 11th was the one where he's fully shaven, and he's actually telling us that he has been struggling with homosexual thoughts, and that he blames it on his fucking dad not giving him enough attention and some other fucking bullshit about yoga and marijuana. And it's like, no, dude.
You should stop at the first one.
Just like, you like cock and you like vagina. Just get over it. Just accept it. It's cool. But
what's the big deal, Mario?
No, nobody cares. We care about the grifting, duplicitous scumbag and terrible, terrible actor. That's all we care about.
You know, I wouldn't care if people were just giving Mario donations and he was spending it all on coke and hookers and whatever. I wouldn't give a shit. But then if you want to go and attack other people for doing things that aren't even that bad, it's like the hypocrisy is what's annoying.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And also the fact that he bashes gay people and calls gay people all kinds of horrible, slanderous things. And then at least gay people have the fucking balls to say, I like dicks. Yeah. Have some fucking balls.
Mike,
be a man.
I had a question, Mike, since you were kind of the subject matter expert when it comes to dick pics and guys and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I am a penis connoisseur.
Yeah, so if you have a gentleman that you're engaged with and he's like, you know what? Let's make this a party. Let's get some more guys. Do you let the guys know, or do you take it upon yourself to like dick fish this guy and send the guy random dick pics of the other guys and not tell them at all? Because that's you know.
First off, if you're like having sex with somebody and then they go like, let's make it a party, you're probably already having a party, because generally you don't just have spontaneous three-ways. But second, like, it's considered inappropriate to be sending people's photos around without their permission, even if you are a depraved gay pig slut. Like, you're still supposed to have some permission. You can't just, if you send someone's photos around without their permission, then essentially, like, you can't be trusted. So
I agree.
Notwithstanding the straight guy with a readily available picture of his friend's junk on the phone. Actually, I'm just looking at my phone now. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh, and what did he say? He said that he got a random photo of a dick and sent it, and it wasn't the godly bro dick.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure I believe that. I honestly don't.
I heard your explanation, and I agree with you. It doesn't make any sense because when she gets there and the dick is like not the same, she's going to be like, "Bye," and now I'm going to go tell everyone what you did. But she did that anyway.
Yeah, this dick isn't even the same color. For fuck's sake.
He probably.
Yeah. I was having a little scroll through Mario's remaining internet footprint, which is, diminishing. Thank fuck for that.
He took down the "Am I Gay" video. How horrible.
Yeah, you can access it via Brett Keane, of all people. So scumbags of a feather flock together. So another scumbag involved with Mario is G-Man, who has roundly supported this guy. But a video that rang to me was, is marijuana a sin? And apparently, weed is a sin, according to Jesus and Mario, but only if you use it for bad things. Notwithstanding Genesis saying, I've given you all the plants and seed-bearing herbs to use. Presumably God, in parenthesis, said, except for that one, close brackets. But I had to leave a little bit of a snarky comment, a little bit snarky. So if weed's a sin, Mario, what does Jesus think about fraud, coke, hookers, and closet fagness?
You would have to wonder. You have to really wonder about some of these guys, who they instill, their trust with. But I could have sworn there was you, Doc Savage, that said that this is not, or maybe it was another Christian, because I'm learning so much about this guy. I'm getting information overload that it's really the Christians out there who are calling him out, and not us depraved individuals. So,
well, there's certainly some of us doing that, but there's a guy called Gary. 3 numbers, Gary 824, 826. I forget the number, and I apologize for that.
I've seen that channel.
Who is a Christian gentleman who is basically saying, Mario, you're being dishonest and you're a disgrace. And I applaud that coming from his wheelhouse, even although Gary and I probably don't agree on much. I think it's excellent this comes out. And I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised, very surprised, that true empiricism didn't start slobbering all over this guy's nutsack and actually said, yeah, dude, you're being a bit of a scumbag, and then proceeded to talk about his life for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I think, did we lose Mike? He's trying to talk. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wait, can you hear me now?
There we go.
We can.
Okay, I had to unplug it and plug it back in, and then it was muted again. My bad.
Usually my problem with a lot of things.
It's Satan's always messing with me, even though I do his work so diligently. I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah, he's a prankster god, is old Satan.
True. I guess I should know when it comes to Old Scratch, that's always going to be an issue. All right, speaking of Old Scratch, let's listen to Mario. And don't worry, Reem, see, he does weep. I promise there is weeping. Oh, and I need to unmute it over here. All right, here we go.
Hey, Faith family, it's Brother Mario. I pray you guys are having a great day.
Hey, Faith family!
I know many of you are going to comment and say, Mario, you keep saying it's going to be your last video. I promise this will be my last video.
Didn't he promise that the last 2 times as well? Literally made the same exact promise.
Yes, yeah. On the last 2 videos, he even has the same thumbnail, but with different beards.
Different beards. Mario's Beard of the Week Club.
Yeah. You can tell where Mario's at in his recovery by the length of his beard.
Yeah, the length of his fucking nose, little Pinocchio boy here. I have to say, his nasal cartilage must be really robust given all of that snow that he's been snorting.
You think Mario, he'll have what do they call it when the inside of your nose collapses?
Yeah, dissolved Coke face.
No, that's right.
Yeah. He did I'm leaving YouTube. He does it about every 6 to 8 months.
But never with gay sex scandals before.
Mario, just go the whole way. Get a Pornhub channel and live the best life that you can. That's my advice to you.
People in this audience would watch him on Pornhub. In fact, I think some of them have, but he was wearing one of those GIMP masks, so you couldn't tell it was him.
Yeah, you could still tell the shape of his snout, though, because he's got this strange kind of face thing.
And he had the beard. It was he still had the beard at the time. Anyway, let's continue.
In this one, I'm going to give out my full confession before I go to rehab.
Okay.
Now, I had to pray for a lot of courage to make this video. It's not going to be an easy one for me. I'm going to try and keep it together, but I'm about to confess some.
He will fail to keep it together. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Also, spoiler alert. Mario's funding links remain active and have been active throughout this whole thing, despite his YouTube funding being the main source for his Colombian marching powder and hookers.
Well, now he's going to need it to pay for that rehab, though, right? Because rehab ain't free.
Except you live in Canada, Mario, and it really kind of is.
Yeah, but he needs to go to a nice Christian rehab. That's his way of not going to rehab, basically.
I'm going to speculate here. I think Mario...
We never speculate on this show.
I think Mario looked up Christian male-only rehab and then picked the one with the longest waiting list. Just
wow.
So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's... I'm still waiting for rehab, Faith Family, but I thought I would make a new video while I'm waiting about the importance of waiting.
Yeah, and just for final reference before we delve into this bucket of shit, he was discussing a previous 5-month rehab that apparently lasted 4 days, and this was the rags to rubies? Ashes to Rubies, shit to Shinola.
I'll be on the Ashes to Rubies channel still from time to time.
Yeah, apparently that didn't take after, I don't know, a coke binge and some blowjobs, maybe. I don't know.
Coke's better than Jesus. It's a hard choice. It's not a hard choice to make. It's hard for him to choose Jesus when Coke is so awesome. So, he should really stick with the Coke. He's probably had better times with that than with Jesus.
I've heard that Coke is really awesome, but,
Yep.
Just say no, kids. Or just say occasionally, kids. Maybe.
Yeah. I'm not saying Coke's awesome from personal experience. I'm just saying drugs, the idea of them, are awesome, I've never done any drugs, though.
I'll have to. I'm going to paraphrase, quote, and pay homage to Bill Hicks and say I've had some fantastic times on drugs. I've had some less than fantastic times on drugs. Pick and choose,
All right, let's let Mario... open those fine DSLs and tell us what's on his mind.
Some pretty shameful, disgusting things about myself, but I need to do this so that I can get better.
Okay.
All sorts of people are on the internet now exposing me. And by the way, thank you guys. I just want to let you know God has used you to help me get the help that I need in my life. I love even people who position themselves as my enemies. I love you, and I just want you to know I completely forgive you, and God worked all this out for my good. I'm going to get the help and treatment I need.
Okay, Mario, how about this then, douchebag? So presumably God had a plan for you in all your depraved, horrible, duplicitous, illegal activity. And he just, he was teaching you a lesson to go through it. But he skirts so close to the goblin defense multiple times. It's, the yoga, the tantric sex monkey demons. No, those don't exist, Mario.
They came out of his hoo-ha when he was doing yoga. Demon jumped right out of a blood hole. Mm-hmm. The pose was so gay.
Yeah, for the folks who don't know, he actually does say shit like that. Because I actually sat and listened to the yoga video, and I'm like, so wait, you were into tantric sex? Okay, cool. But
the Kundalini too, right?
The Kundalini fucking curse or some bullshit like that. And I'm like, no, the symptoms you're describing is from the cocaine.
Yeah, I've actually got I can identify I've got a terrible allergy. Whenever I do yoga and drink Jack Daniels, after about a whole bottle, my balance starts to go. So maybe it's the fucking yoga, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the yoga, dude.
Must be.
He used many of you guys to do that. But
also, after you get railed really hard for 12 hours by multiple men, that takes a toll on your body too. So it could have also been part of the reason he wasn't feeling so great. Thank you, Infinity System. All right.
you know, you guys are a little vicious in the way that you make videos
Probably went
about
to
me.
fist
So I figured, hey, I'm just going to expose myself here and lay it all out.
I love
so
that.
As you guys,
we're a little vicious. I'm so sorry. You're not a hypocritical professional grifter, bad at it, and a terrible actor who's committed fraud to the multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars and has admitted to, the whole thing. Sorry if we're being harsh. We take the edge off your buzz there, Mario.
Now, Doc, he is for once exposing himself instead of one of his godly bros to a total stranger. So,
guys probably know, if you watch my recent video, I'm on a waiting list to go to a Christian rehab here in the capital in Ottawa, in Canada. I placed myself on there because.
Do you think he'll wait longer to get into the rehab than he's waited for the guy to show up with his candy?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I think the guy will probably show up a little sooner than he'll get into that rehab. So
of crippling addiction. I can't overcome this, and I've just recently come out of denial. I had many years where, you know, when I first got saved, I got sober.
You can come out of denial all you want, but you should try to come out of the closet, because that's really where you've been trapped this whole time. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Being on the DL is kind of denial, isn't it?
Ooh, girl!
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, Drag?
I muted myself. No, that is. I'm sorry. When I first saw this dude, I'm like, he's playing for some teams that I don't think everybody's aware of.
There's teams that I don't even know exist that I think he's playing for.
Yeah, I don't think he discriminates too much. I mean, that's let's they're Jew, but I think that he's one of those guys who, for some weird reason, reminds me of Richard Pryor. Not because he's funny, not because he's tall, not because he's handsome or successful or anything like that. It's because he does coke and he will fuck anything that moves.
Yep.
Well, if he didn't look like Steven Anderson's son, that might be kind of hot.
You see, Mario is modeling his life, his present and his future, on the model of Ted Haggard. You know, Ted Haggard is totally heterosexual. Now he's bisexual. Then he gets caught snorting meth off rent boys' cocks and weeps. And, you know, a small crop of individuals think he's absolutely sincere, and it's a tragedy.
You know, like, somebody who's not a Christian or someone who's one of their enemies, they like fall off the wagon or something goes wrong in their life. Every last one of these fucking vultures starts circling. God is punishing you for not doing what he said. You wicked sinner, you deserve to suffer. And then the second they get caught, like, sucking cocks through a glory hole while high on meth, it's like, oh, I was molested as a child. My parents didn't treat me right. Satan got into me at an early age. Fuck off. Like, honestly, you all deserve to suffer as much as you say everyone who's not a Christian does.
I think in their hearts they do, because in their hearts they know, other than the severe sociopaths, they know they're full of shit.
I know. And they're actually torturing themselves because they can never actually admit who they are, because they're afraid they'll be all the vultures they've teamed up with. They're afraid will start circling them. Yeah. So.
And truthfully, that's what would happen. But when you shift to the rational side of the world, you know, culture, and people say, hey, by the way, I'm gay, most people will not even be surprised. And those who are don't care for more than about 5 seconds. Oh, great. Okay.
Those are now the stigmatized ones, honestly. Mm-hmm. So anyway, let's continue.
8 months, and I thought I was good. I'm no longer an addict. And then I fell back into it for a month or two. And I wouldn't make videos or anything. I don't know if you guys remember. I would always disappear for a couple weeks or a month or so.
Yeah, you fucking lying bastard. There are videos of you and telephone calls with you where you are raging, as in 4 lines, a gram up each snort hole.
My favorite call from TVC, he called that guy and he goes, you want to go toe-to-toe with TVC? You want to go toe-to-toe with Mario, the Vigilant Christian? Come on, bro. Let's do it, bro. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you were like banging the gong pretty hard that night, I think.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, let's cut him a little slack. I like to do that a little bit, just so I can then drop him further off the scaffold. He's 33 years old. He's not 21. He's not 18. It's not an adolescent thing. It's an arrested development and cocaine overstimulation. I'll fight you all for Jesus.
Yeah.
Let me call a hooker. Yeah.
I think and that's something that I love about him, because he and I are really close in age. Like he's actually a little bit older than me, believe it or not. But I feel like that kind of shit, because I heard some of the phone calls too, and of course the go, oh, he used the F word, the S word. No, I'm like, he is on like hyper masculine fucking steroid overload. Like there's like Army Rangers and stuff that I've met who are this fucking jacked up on themselves. But this guy, this fucking twink, I don't know what the proper term is, but he's
a twunk.
He's a twunk. Okay, he is a twunk. This fucking twunk is just out of his mind, and it's hilarious to me. He is so far up his own ass that I have no other choice other than to believe that he is like the best power bottom this side of the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, I think he probably has been to Fist Fest a few times. I could see him there. I think that Mario, what's funny to me, and it's not really funny, but Mario is he's obviously just going to repeat the cycle. He's just blaming the devil again. Don't blame the devil. You're not addicted to cocaine and like weird sex with strangers because of the devil. You have that problem because you have some internal issues that you are not in any way interested in actually confronting or resolving. So until you actually try to solve the problem won't be solved. It's not the devil that's making you act this way.
I don't think he considers hookers and blow a problem.
Well, they're not if you're not blaming it on the devil.
I think he considers
might be a problem.
I think he considers being busted for said hookers and blow the problem, because like he said himself, I'm only confessing because I got busted. Yeah.
And he's forgiving the people who busted him.
Yeah.
How about you apologize? Instead of forgiving the people who busted you, just fucking apologize. I can't really do that.
And maybe try and pay back some money. Symbolically, at least, say perhaps, I'm really sorry that I did that, because you know what? You fucking didn't do that, Mario.
No. Also, welcome Mr. Logo. And welcome Steve Bowden to the shit show. So let's continue with Mario.
That's why. So I would relapse, I would fall into it, and I'd be like, what's going on? How did I get into this? And
I can tell you exactly how you got into it. You texted your coke dealer and said, hey, bro, can I get some? That's how it fucking started again. It wasn't the devil on your shoulder. Mario, wouldn't it be cool to do some coke and suck some strangers' cocks tonight, Mario? That's not what happened. Well, maybe it was.
Yeah, I slipped and I fell into Grindr again.
Yeah. I fell on that straw that was positioned right over the coke and accidentally sniffed, and I just all of a sudden was on cocaine again.
I tell you, it has to be the Kundalini curse. It comes back to the Kundalini curse, and his dad did not give him enough affirmation when he was a kid. So these are very important things that lead you to coke and to anal sex.
I loved his comment about his dad. Dad, yeah, I love you, but you were a cunt. It's all your fault, and you're fucked up still.
I love that. Like, part of me really loved that, because like it's me, and I have 3 little brothers. Like, okay, my stepdad and their biological dad, he wasn't the best person in the world. He could never really, live up to his standards, and that was his way of making us manly men. One of us turned out fucking gay, and he doesn't contribute it to that upbringing. He contributes it to the fact that he just likes cock. Like, that's really it. Like, it's just Mario needs to be real with himself with that.
Yeah, I mean, you just like what you like. It's just there's different reasons. I'm not someone who believes that everyone who is gay is necessarily like biologically predetermined to be gay. I think everything in life, there's a bit of nature and a bit of nurture. So, like, I don't think anyone's destined to be gay or straight, but you may have a genetic, like, what is the word I'm looking for? Proclivity, predisposition toward having more homosexual urges for whatever reason. Evolution has created lots of different kinds of people.
Yep.
But, like, Just fucking accept it. It's 2019. Do you have to torture yourself and other people over something so absolutely ridiculous as homosexuality, which is at best completely like it doesn't do anything or hurt anyone at best or at worst?
Hey, it hurts prostates, okay? It hurts prostates.
That's true.
At worst, it's nobody's business except the people who are being gay. And he needs to really bone up on some history. You know, as far back as the Kinsey studies, it was broadly determined that sexuality and gender identity are a spectrum, and it can change from time to time, and so on and so on. But let's be very clear. We're not ripping on Mario because he's in the closet. We're ripping on Mario because he is a disgusting, hypocritical, sociopathic scumbag who is now prostituting Jesus for his next fix.
Doc, you said he needs to bone up, but I think that's been a problem of his, so he needs to do that less frequently, I think.
Yeah, stop
Try
learning.
saltpeter. I hear that'll give you a jelly ween.
That will do it. Stop lurking in the steam room, Mario, because I know it's you.
Yeah, and you can catch diseases like the herp and those. Oh no, wait, never mind.
Never mind.
Try to get out, pray to God, and I would get out. You know, God, by His grace, would allow me to recover and get sober again. And so then I would have several more months where I had this mindset, well, I'm not an addict. I've overcome this. And then I'd fall back into it. And then I'd overcome it. And then that time I overcome it. I'm like, this has to be the last time. I'm for sure.
How about you never actually overcame it one time? Very simple. Because if you keep doing it, then you actually didn't ever defeat it.
Yeah. I don't believe that he cleaned up ever. I don't think
so either.
I think his usage just, ramped down from I'm a vacuum cleaner in a snowdrift to
let's have a bump.
Yeah.
What's a little bump gonna hurt? One of those.
Healed this time. And so I would just continue. But this has been going on and on and on. And it doesn't stop. Mm-hmm.
That's right, folks. All that time I was preaching to you about my own righteousness, I was doing coke and fucking hookers. So give me more money because that'll never happen again.
Yeah, and then he's going to follow it up with some hysterical crying. Are you guys ready? Get your popcorn out.
Yeah, Reemsy, make sure you've got the Kleenex right next to your chair there.
Call those children back to the computer because this is family fun entertainment. All right, so let's see straight face to gibbering crybaby in less than 10 seconds. Here we go.
And on and on. And it doesn't stop.
And there it is, folks.
So
Bingo.
Recently I've admit.
I feel the pain. I want some cocaine too.
Can I have some hookers?
I'll pay for my hookers.
Jesus.
I just wanted some dick. All right.
That I need help. I'm an addict, and I need rehab.
Wipe those tears away.
All right, come on, Mario.
Okay, Mr. Vigilant Christian Senior, Daddy Vigilant Christian. I don't agree with Mario's position that you were like an inept cunt, but you really should have punched him in the face a few more times. I think that would have benefited
child abuse.
No. But I think that might have benefited him, you, and us now.
It's not too late.
Now is the perfect time.
Yeah, exactly. You can do now what you couldn't do so long ago. Go whoop some sense into your son.
Yeah, he's 33.
I want to ask one of the Canadians that are in my Discord, like, is it too late for him to join the military? Maybe it'll toughen him up. Maybe it'll just give him more access to butt sex. I don't know.
Now I kind of want to join the military.
I don't want this guy within 20 feet of a lethal weapon.
That's
quite frankly. But I would like him within 20 feet of lemon wedges, gay porn, and maybe a ligature. 2022, Mario. That's when it's happening.
Are we on that timeline now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it was 2023 a few months ago. I guess we're moving up. I guess, damn, we're doing pretty good with this one.
Yeah, moving on up, Mario, when the reality of your fraudulent life and criminal lifestyle comes to pass and you fail to bite down on that juicy citrus, gone.
This is all going to blow up in our face when one of them actually dies of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, and what they won't know is, okay, let's not go down that.
You almost said too much. We would have had to take you out, and everyone who's
the
watching.
Operation. Abort Operation Del Monte.
Everyone watching has to die. You guys know what to do. I'm just kidding. Or am I?
I just want to also touch on the point that one of the reasons I think I'm struggling so hard with drug and...
He's going to cry again, right? There's going to be some more, right?
Here's the thing. If you don't have any money, it's really hard to be a cokehead. It's really hard to do that. So people, you can still send them money, but you may be helping them more if you don't.
Yeah. Let God humble him a little bit. That's what I think.
Sexual addictions is because of, in my past, I used drugs spiritually. A lot of people use them recreationally. I actually used to use them in a new age practice like a shaman. So I opened myself up with drugs.
Goblin defense coming. Like a shaman. So you're using ethnogens.
Like a shaman.
You're using ethnogens like lysergamides and DMT and things. Oh no, coke and hookers. Were the hookers a spiritual thing as well?
I love that he thinks he's like some kind of elevated person because he felt spiritual when he took mushrooms and LSD. Oh, well, I'm the first person who ever felt spiritual on LSD. Fuck off. Everyone who takes LSD has crazy thoughts. That's why it's like notorious for inducing like that whatever's going on in your brain that makes you feel spiritual.
A religious psychosis, and you can you can mirror it with deep magnetic stimulation as well. You put people in all kinds of weird states. But Mario didn't enjoy any of the cocaine and hooker abuse because it was all spiritual, like a shaman, apparently.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. He should have just learned how to enjoy it. Come on, buddy. You missed out on so much. Now you're going to have to do it all over again.
Use. I opened up doors and things that shouldn't be opened up. And in sex, I was I was a yoga instructor, so I was...
You like to take it doggy style. That's his favorite yoga position, too.
Facing dog for the win.
Here we fucking go. I opened the door with the Ouija board, and that's why I killed my whole family.
Yeah. I think he took yoga to help improve his bottoming. So, I mean, you can do a lot when you can do the splits in midair.
Mm-hmm. Take note, folks. Take note.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's the gateway to power bottoming yoga. Be careful.
Really drawn to Tantra, which is sex.
What was that? I'm sorry.
So I'm going to send that tip to my wife real quick, AFK.
Oh, okay. Well, let her know that scientists have actually confirmed that is a fact, so...
Yoga. And again, that is opening yourself up spiritually to so many things. And I think that the wound in my heart, which I'll discuss, is the root of my addiction, plus opening up.
No, that's your brain chemistry.
Yeah.
You've wired your brain in a bad way. Now you got to unwire it.
Here it is. The wound in my heart. Fuck you, Dad. I'm going to pass it off all on you, you bastard.
Do you think he wrote shitty emo He probably was one of those 16-year-old Satan worshippers in school who was like, fuck God, I love Satan. And then, like, when his schizophrenia kicked in the early 20s, it all just backfired on him. And he goes, look at what I've done to myself. And he covered up for it with drugs and sex. And now we have this.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking Mario is more sociopath than schizophrenic because I think he knows.
Preys on people.
I think he fucking knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I think he does feel bad enough for himself that he can LARP in a convincing way, because he does honestly believe himself to be some kind of victim of the forces of the universe. But at the same time, he also knows that he's going to definitely not go to rehab for 9 months, and he's definitely going to be back making he may not know he's going to do coke again, but he does know he's going to be making these stupid videos begging for money again.
Oh, yeah. I'm going on a God, Christian, Jesus mission to Colombia, and I'm crowdfunding it. 2
This bitch will be heading to Thailand before we know it for his missions.
And I've got this special sacrament, and it's in very tiny grains, and it's like the bread of Christ, the body thing, but you just, for convenience, you just put it right up your nose.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You feel the Holy Spirit a lot stronger than if you just have the blood of Christ. right.
All these doors and the traumas that I've had in my life have created the situation that I'm in right now. And that's why I need to go to rehab for 9 months and be rehabilitated and healed and treated and helped. Because it's heavy. So here it is.
Drag, what do you make of all the fake crying and how he just goes in and out? Like, he even half-asses the crying when he does it. He doesn't even try to make it look like there's a tear.
I think he overdoes it. Like he sold it to folks the first time, and the second time it was like, okay, you're back, you're making mistakes. Now it's just like, all right, you got your script back, but you typed the last one, but you didn't type this one, and so now you even wrote in the fucking margin.
Scribbled insane drawings.
Fucking cry at this point.
Yeah.
Voice break.
He drew a frowny face with a tear.
Yeah, and if you're making an emotionally distraught video and you've got some shred of dignity and you're not just trying to tinkle on those little heartstrings of the few remaining tards that watch you, you cut that shit out. You say, I'm upset, I'm emotional. You may hear that in my voice. But if you go into a hysterical fit, that's theater and pantomime. It doesn't help your message.
Well, we need to to wrap it up with Mario. So you guys have seen this video more than I have. Are there any things that I need to for sure show from this that are coming up?
That's pretty much it, honestly, man. It's just, it's the same thing as the last video, just less refined. And you know what? Toward the ass end, though, I have to say this, he does open up about the homosexual thoughts that he's struggling with.
The video is... What are we at? 20 minutes? So where should I go to, do you think?
Last 30 seconds, I'd say.
You know what? There's some good crying here in the last few minutes.
Yeah. We'll get the crying.
Get the crying, yeah.
Here, there's the thumbnail he has, I think, for the video. So perfect place to start.
Yeah, and by the way, folks, a little bit of lemon juice on each of your big thumbnails. Rub close to your eye. You get this kind of irritation. Takes 5 seconds.
I love how we're about to move on, and it's like, oh, there's some good crying here. Let's get some of this in. We cannot let good tears go to waste.
Salty goodness.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. That's what I put in my Monster. This show is brought to you by Monster. So, just kidding. It's Ribbits.
Yes, I've had homosexual thoughts. And temptation. I've never...
Me too, actually. Me too.
Yeah, me too as well. What about you? Drag.
I can't say that I have that. Maybe towards a really sexy trans that passes really good. Yeah.
What if Mario was in some sexy lingerie and coming onto you?
I know he has the herp, so you know what? I can't say yeah to that.
It's in remission right now, though, so I think you're good as long as you don't touch his bunghole.
He prayed really hard, and Jesus said, "Take away my nasty, lifelong communicable disease that I..."
Okay. We gotta stop. We're getting too mean. Now, if we called it shamanitis or something, that would be fine. But
engaged in it. It's a stupid fantasy that I'm going to crucify, and it is not me. And the enemy's trying to lead me and pervert my mind and disrupt me.
Satan made me crave penis.
Dude, thank you, Satan, for making me crave it, because I've had some good times with dicks, and if Satan is responsible, then where do I send that guy a fucking card? Because thank you, Satan. Thank you.
This is the essence of the goblin defense, though. I did a bad thing, but it wasn't really me.
I'm going to crucify the homosexual Mario. Okay, that's not a weird thing to say.
But I'm putting an end to it now, and I'm going to get a hold of my mind and my sexuality. I'm going to become pure and allow God, because pornography changes your brain, by the way.
Wow, he must be watching a lot of gay porn. That is what I'm gathering from what he's saying here.
Yeah, cocaine will change your brain as well, Mario.
Especially if you watch gay porn on cocaine while having gay sex with a prostitute.
Yeah. I wonder how much straight porn would you have to watch to turn you straight?
To be honest, I have seen straight porn, and when I watch it, I'm turned on by the guys. So if he's like watching gay porn, he didn't turn himself gay. He's watching it because he has an inherent attraction to penises. That's just how it works.
There you go, folks. Sorry, Mario, we don't believe you.
this is coming from me. I'm the master of all gay people, and I know. So.
Yeah, Emperor.
Emperor Fag Patine. That's stupid. I could have come up with a better name than that. I'll think on it.
It perverts and twists and manipulates and.
I've got it. I've got it, Michael.
What?
Emperor Quiro.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
He set Rome on fire because he's a giant flamer.
I just need a fiddle. Oh, I don't have my shame bell here with me, or else I'll grab that.
You more and more as you expose yourself, the damage continues, and who knows where it's going to end.
I know where it's going to end.
Where's that? Oh, Lemon Wedge.
Lemon Wedge is an X-tube.
I saw that one coming. You think he'll be live streaming on Xtube when it happens?
Oh yeah,
that'll be the rock bottom moment, right?
I've sent inappropriate photos.
We know. We're aware.
I'm just a piece of garbage.
Yep.
I'm just a sinner.
Yeah. But there's still hope.
Who did get saved by
Satan
grace in January of 2010, but did not truly submit and yield.
I heard that the rehab, Mario's second rehab, if he can't get into the first one, is going to be boyshalfwayhouse.com. Have any of you guys ever heard of that?
Nope.
Yeah, that's the place that's affiliated with NAMBLA, right?
Yeah, go look it up. Go look it up, Drag.
Boys Halfway House. XXX.com.
Yeah, I think he definitely liked that. Yeah,
he would enjoy that. That's why he's actually trying to get the first one to reject him so he could go to Boys Halfway House.
Suck the sin right
out of me. You were out past curfew tonight, Mario. You know what that means.
We got to reach in there deep and get them sins out, boy.
To the Lord until this weekend. Because
all right, no, okay, that's it. Let's move along.
Yeah.
He's so much fun.
Fuck you, Mario.